including 90% of the politicians and the leaders that are leading the country in Liberia right now, none of them sat in a class to learn about politics. However, we all have our opinions about things in the country. However, we all have our side that we support in the country. However, we all have our desire for our country. Respectfully so. But when somebody voices opinion on a specific topic and you're not going to have an input about the topic and you start to attack the person and not the topic, that is an issue. And that's the thing with your Liberians. Because the man is an entertainer, he shouldn't have any view. He shouldn't have any voice. He shouldn't say anything in his country. I applaud him for not talking. That shit, you can't do it to me. I applaud him. But this is wrong. Stop it. It's wrong. Post. Right? He made a post. He said, if it were a visa on arrival, then a national holiday, and then he laughed. He put a laughing emoji there. This just tells you that inasmuch he does not agree with the whole celebration of the visa extension, he is still trying to put some light into it. That even though it's a visa extension you're celebrating here and there, but I want to see if I'm going to be visa upon arrival. I see y'all kind of get your visa upon arrival, then that public holiday is his right. And if you disagree with him, speak to the issue. But let me read Liberian people comments to y'all. This tell you how much hateful Liberian people are. They tell you how much of a hypocrite we are. It tells you how much of an envious people we are, jealous people we are, people that are against your success, people that are against your gift and your creativity. But they smile in your face, they come and laugh with you, and they just look for the slight opportunity, the little opportunity for them to actually open their heart and lay down on the table so you can see exactly who they are. And that's like distance. I want to learn about my people, who we are. First comment right here. I will not say the person name. Frank Artus, you're allowing politics to ruin your beautiful career. Huh? Simple comment. Just a simple comment. You're allowing politics to ruin your beautiful career. No wonder why you have reverted to making behind the house movie, why your own Liberian brother, Edwin Watson, I don't know who he is, keeps soaring. Keep following Liberian politics. By the time you come to yourself, you will call former, by the time you come to yourself, you will be called former Liberian movie star with zero achievement. And you hear? Tell me, convince me that this person didn't have this in their heart about Frank Artus all this while. I don't see anything in that post to start attacking the man like this. I don't see anything in that post. And now he's comparing him to another Liberian who is doing something else out there. Post anything about the country that is contrary to his belief or support system, he will start cursing the man too. So it's not about the person, the career, or the creativity. It's more so that they don't agree or their political beliefs don't align. So now you're cursing him. I will read more. And this post have about 2,500 comments. Of these 2,500 comments, maybe 1% of them are positive. Everything else, that course. Why? Because the men just say if our visa upon arrival, then a public holiday. That course. Liberian people. The other one say, we're not breaking bush here. We're celebrating visa business. These are the same Liberian men trying to promote the vision, our culture, the culture where we not get, where nobody know anything about us as a Liberian. He dedicated his life to come back to Liberia after working over, pushing other people's culture. Now he's taking his own money, his own resources, his talent, and everything. He put it into it to come and produce something that represents true Liberianness and put it out there. But because now he made small political comment that you don't agree with now you're talking down to it. Like, it takes a strong person for him to even go back and say, you know what, I'll continue to do this. Liberians, we're not breaking the bush out, we're celebrating. And about the first comment I read, 2 people agree with that comment. The second one, 278 agree with that comment. You tell me what type of people we are. And then they're backing up. All right, I'll read for you. Liberians. The other person say, at least this one is somewhat along the lines of political stuff. It's or airplane cake in our country. I understand that part. I understand that part. I want at least there's something about politics. But the one where the judge attacking the poor man for voicing opinion, the other one say, coming from someone who spent years in Nigeria promoting Nigeria movie industry, but in his own country, his movie can't cross Firestone checking point. Whose responsibility is that? What does that have to do with the post that he made? If a movie can cross Firestone checking point, that whose responsibility it is? You're the same Liberian. Well, when you were in Nigeria, pushing the Nigerian stuff, you were watching it, you were buying it, you were promoting it. Today in Liberia, he releasing his own stuff in Liberia that is about Liberian. You don't support it, you don't buy it, you don't promote it, you don't do nothing with it. But he made small comment. Now you're attacking him, talking about him personally. You lead the whole subject matter. For your own part, the only news that will excite you if they say government distributing free bleaching cream. Now they're talking about his complexion, insinuating that he don't use bleaching cream. Insulting the man now. He can use, and say they get free bleaching cream. Now the only thing that will make him happy. Like how? Why can't we have our own views on things? And when we differ, why can't we talk about the issue? Why attacking the person? You are not any political than he is. You're not more Liberianness than he is. This just goes to tell you that we are a bunch of fake people. We're people that hate other people's success. I'll keep reading. I just realized that Frank Artus and Joe We Are, that the director and cameraman. That's why every project in We Are project. That's why every project is We Are project. Again, it just shows that you have no substance. It just shows that you can't talk about the issue. You can't. All right. If you are offered a 3-year visa, don't take it. Hire a lawyer for it. Okay, it's going according to the topic. I agree with that one. We'll leave it. The other one come. Yes, make good movies so we can declare it as a national holiday, Mr. My man. And the person here, we're talking about this right now. You ask them to creatively come up with one sentence, one well-constructed sentence. Just get them pen and paper, say, be creative. They can't do it. But now you're insinuating that the man can come, oh, a good movie. Have you seen Breaking the Bush? I watched the first part that came out. Great movie. Why you're taking politics to be insulting people? Come in America here, see politics. Go on American political platform and see people actually debating issues. Since I've been doing the thing here, like only one Liberian man on my recent post that I made, he came with a solid argument. Maybe I'll post it. A counter argument to what I was saying. I read the thing, I'm like, God damn, well, okay. Even though I agree with here, but still, I come back with my own argument. That's what it's about. But when your head is empty, nothing there, then you start cursing people. Let's continue reading. Breaking in the bush, want to throw talk. Why not? We were going to celebrate just how you're used to celebrate. I don't know what they call it. Lewu. I don't know what that is. Now listen to this other person, right? This person and myself saying the same thing, right? The other person said, with the comments, you can tell how plenty of people were waiting to give you pepper. That's exactly what it is. So all this while, you're envious, you're jealous of this man's career, even though he ended in Nigeria, now he in Liberia, still trying to push the culture. You're a bunch of hateful people. Bunch of evil people that don't like to see anybody excel in anything that they do. And now that you have the least opportunity now to voice your opinion, you're voicing your opinion. As an executive movie producer who traveled around the world, won award, what have you contributed to the Liberian movie industry? Why are you asking that long time ago? Why are you asking that? So this person is just pretty much saying, I've been watching here, I've been sitting down here, you not contribute anything. And the irony of this thing, these people that can be asking for contribution, first thing they contribute. They have not, they will not, they do, but then they hold you up to this higher standard that they themselves can't even meet. Why y'all like that? Why y'all like that? Nothing. The other person, nothing. He came to live liability life on government. Replying to the other person was asking, what have you done? Nothing. He came to live liability life on government. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Zero contribution, my dear, for government job. Let's say even if that is the case, even after his movie career, he decided that he won government job. Like crime? Why you can talk to the issue? Like crime? Obama went to school to become a lawyer. He moved on there, he became president. That crime? Was a comedian. He moved from there, he became president. That crime? Donald Trump, that businessman, he moved from there, he became president. That crime? Why you're so narrow-minded? Why? Why are we like this? Why? Even if that's his motive. And I hear right? Why you can stick to the issue? Why you can talk about the issue? You will get visa upon arrival to Nollywood. Nollywood skippies. Why? Why? We're celebrating visa extension here, not evil forest drama. Listen to that. Not evil. We're celebrating visa business here, not evil forest drama. How many Nigerian movies now y'all been watching where the people go to the man in a red clothes with a and they're doing baba, but y'all to watch it, y'all to promote it, y'all can buy it. But a Liberian man do it. Now you talking, you throwing shit. Simply because he have a different view on what should be celebrated and what shouldn't. It's like you can be talking from two sides or more. 1 minute you say, oh, you're not doing anything. And then when the person kind of do something, then you criticize the thing that the person doing. When you're not doing anything, haven't done anything, will not do anything. But you will sit down. You will watch patient. You will watch patient part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. In your house. Generating money. Revenue for the Nigerians. I can guarantee you right now, if Frank Artus won't be very honest, the money where he put into making this movie that you call Evil Forest right now, right? He has not gotten it. He's sitting there again in front of his book, writing another Liberian culture to put it out there for the world to see it. We are evil set of people, envious set of people. At least we're not celebrating. We are appointment on FIFA committees. Okay, that is okay. That's still in the line of politics. I would take that. He feels politics is about movie production. He's fighting to get public recognition. Like, what kind of public recognition they meant fighting to get? For real. Let's be honest. At this point, who not know Frank Artus in Liberia? At this point, who not know Frank Artus in Nigeria? And then they post this nonsense. Ain't nobody know him. That is the thing about it. Yo, on your pages, and you be telling them all kind of crazy. And those people don't even know you exist. Yes, because you only need a page. But you're looking for public recognition. From who? From you? Or because you have a different view on politics? Liberian, y'all need to get it together, man. Y'all need to get it together. Y'all need to get it together. Y'all need to get it together. This entire thing. Here's another person again with the same narrative, the same thing. Liberians, why do some of you Liberians, why do some of you always don't appreciate good thing for our country? What the? Like, get your grandma together here before you can start cussing other people. Frank, what have you ever contributed to Liberia? If anything, if I know Frank Artus, right? To answer the question, he make breaking of the bush. What do you do? The person who commenting here, what do you not do? What do we know you for? What do we know you for? So sometimes when you guys ready to be yapping away that day, you must look in the mirror. Look at yourself. I always love to talk about the conscience. Some of y'all have no conscience. For you to be born in Liberia, grew up in Liberia, did nothing in Liberia, established nothing in Liberia, and then you get behind the phone and start attacking somebody for what their contribution is, you ain't got conscience. Seriously. So-called African movie with zero quality. What does that have to do with the post? What does that have to do with it? What does that have to do with it? Just goes to say you've been sitting. 2,000 plus of y'all been sitting looking at this man's life, envying everything that he got going on, everything that he can do, that y'all can do. And you've just been looking for the slight opportunity to come up and say whatever y'all want to say. And even the topic that you're supposed to be addressing. The mental state of the poster after reading a savagery in his comment section. See who talking on behalf of them. Pwa. Coming from someone who's still struggling for his movie to cross Douala. Shift, I beg. And that 400, that comment alone have 451 laughing. Meaning, all of them agree with that. Like how? How? Like how? Like how? Like how? Like how? You who celebrated a movie because all the living thing in your house acted in it. Come on, come on, come on. Hypocrisy to the core. Hypocrisy to the core. You that came in Liberia, we celebrated you without benefiting anything. We even bought ticket just to see you dancing kakaleka. We even bought ticket just to see you dancing behind kakata girls, then bought. That you getting angry because Liberian celebrating 3 years visa. And then look at the other person. I will not watch Frank Artus show again. Simply because it may got a different view of yours, right? I will not buy Frank Artus. I will not watch Frank Artus show again. How can a man wear a CDC shirt, be doing buy Orange Minute, Lone Star Minute, Orange Data, Lone Star Data in the movie? I think the other person cracking joke. But it's crazy, right? It's crazy. Life how, but I sense how to. Even common sense. In a nutshell, if you are to comment underneath this post, right? I think it should be relating to the topic. I think it should be relating to the topic and have nothing to do with this man's career in Nigeria. It has nothing to do with what he's doing right now in Liberia. It has nothing to do with that. But this just goes to tell you the type of people we are in our country. When you are advancing, and it's, get this right, nobody would be happy for your success other than you or your parents, right? Even your closest friend, right? It will get to a point where when you're getting to a certain level, some part of them will wish that it was them. I get it. That's human nature. That's just being blunt, honest, right? And those people that will feel that way, that are not bitter, we call it constructive criticism. Oh yeah, I wish. Oh, I admire you. I value this. I like this. I like this. And then you get inspired by what your friend is doing. And then you start to push yourself in whatever you yourself doing, not to go do exactly what they're doing. And whatever you yourself doing, you see it as an inspiration for you to get to that point. But nobody will be happy for your success more than you or your parents. Those are the two people that really care about your success. But Liberians, you're a bunch of fake people. I'm pretty sure Frank Artus is a strong guy. That's why he ain't come in, he ain't go back and forth. Yeah, man, like for me, oh, hell to the no. I will respond. I will put you in your place. I will respond. I will put you in your place, especially when you come on my platform. You're not coming disrespect me here. After I put you in your place 1 or 2 times, you're still not getting it. I'll block you. I don't need you following me. I don't need you here watching me. I'm getting money from you. I care less about what you got going on. I don't care about none of that, right? I will block you. I'll try to educate you 1 time here and there. You not get it, I'll let you go. You know, I applaud his approach. However, this is also an approach for them to continue to rub the butt and clean the butt on you. Because the next post again you made, they will come again, blaga. They will come again, blaga. And that's just how they're looking. When you don't put it in the places, they will keep coming and keep coming. They'll continue to disrespect you. That the Liberian people say, if you not introduce yourself to a Liberian man, tell them how to call you, they'll say, you boy, that ain't here. This does not warrant, that post they men make does not warrant all this disrespect. It does not. Shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You'll learn how to talk about the issue. Imagine breaking off the bush people were selling orange. I ain't care about that. So we got some serious issue. We got some serious issue. We got some serious issue in our country. Serious issue. You know, and the reason why sometimes when people hear me talk, they'll be thinking I'm a sedition, is because that's all we have now to compare. I used to say back then that when CDC get out of office, we'll see what the opposition do. We'll be able to compare oranges to oranges. So most of the time when I start comparing stuff, then they say, oh, I'm a sedition and this and that. But let's go back. I think at some point, I can't remember what place it was, but it was in Liberia, right? Joria Post Street Light. Y'all can remember? Joria Post Street Light on some type of street. I don't know if that was dual community or whatnot. I can't remember. But George Weah has street light on the street, and sedition at the time was celebrating the street light. And the opposition at that time was saying, oh, come on in the street light, like, hey, y'all celebrating, y'all get up from here, man. The government not doing anything else, like street light will eat, and yada, 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 yada. People had their opinions about that. Some felt that it was not something that anybody should celebrate. You know, they were making noise, right? And then the Invincible Park, the same thing. Oh, the park will eat and this and this and that. Now let's just take off our political hat for just a moment, right? Forget about the fact that you support Bwaka, you love Bwaka. Forget about the fact that you support love Jowia. Forget about the fact that you are a sedition. Forget about the fact that you are a UPists. Let's just get real. Let's get real. The 3-year visa extension, and I will need you to comment here. 3-year visa extension versus the light on the street in Monrovia, how many Liberians will benefit from that? How many Liberians will actually really enjoy that? The light on the street versus the 3 years extension visa. How many Liberians will actually feel it? How many Liberians? Let's just take that community for example, right? Only that community where they build a street light on. In that same very community where they build those street light on, how many Liberians from that community will enjoy the 3 years visa extension versus the light that come on in the street? How many? Let's do the ratio. Let's do the ratio. How many? If that the visa just put 3 years, if you say that community will get a light, if you think a whole lot of Liberians will benefit from that visa, put 3 years. If you think that the light, put light. Let's see. Let's just do small critical thinking here right now with the people in the world watching. How many Liberians will benefit for the 3 years extension and the light in the street? So the guy, what I was saying, he had a very strong argument. He made some argument where he talks about why this 3-year visa benefit Liberia. All right. He talks about business owners being able to leave Liberia to come America for their business, and they don't have to rush to go back because they got 3 years. Or they can come and take care of stuff and then they leave and then they come back. It sounds good. Yeah, y'all keep voting. Y'all keep voting the light or the 3 year. Y'all keep voting. I'll continue talking. It sounds good. But let's get down to the real numbers, right? The business owner in Liberia, the economy in Liberia, who is it controlled by? 8 out of 10 business owners in Liberia are foreigners. Foreigners that own different passports from a different country. That 3 years extension does not benefit them. If you move from the foreigners, the next business owner in Liberia are who? The American US citizens. Liberian citizens were in America, were tend to American going back to Liberia to establish business. Does that visa thing applies to them? Do they benefit from it? No, they already get American passport. The vast majority of them, they already get American passport. So extension, not extension, those business owners can come here and stay here for however long they want. Now let's break it down from the foreigner to the Liberian Americans, to the common Liberians that are in Liberia who are not American citizens or not foreigner that have business. What is the ratio of those people? It's pretty small. And even at that, they're not trying to come America. They're not trying to come America. Those people are trying to go to China. They're trying to go to Asia. They're trying to go to those other places to get those merchandise and bring it to Liberia. They didn't come here, America. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. So that's on the business side. And then he made another argument that, do you know how many people go to America for health-related purposes or treatment? And now they don't have to be rushing. They can take their time to get their treatment. Okay, I agree. Great point. First off, why are they even going to America for treatment? Why the government not putting the infrastructure and the medical facility and the system in there for them to stay in Liberia to get treatment? Now the first question. Secondly, how many Liberians can afford to come to America for medical treatment? Now the elites, it's either American citizens, And Liberian American citizens were living in Liberia, were get American passport when they sick, they come to America for treatment. Or government official and a family member they sick, they come to America for treatment. How many of our Liberian can come to America for treatment, even to go to Guinea or Ghana for treatment? I was telling you the other time, a friend of mine who in America here, she said they spent over $12,000 to airlift their family member from Liberia to Ghana for treatment. How many Liberians can do that? Talk less coming to America. Talk less coming to America. How many Liberian can do that before you say, okay, yeah, we're celebrating the 3-year extension because when Liberian people get sick, they will get in a plane and come. It's an achievement. It's something worth celebrating. But like every other country, no other country we see us jumping around with it. That's the main thing we're saying. When the rubber meets the road, when it actually boils down, the people it will help, it's not that much.